Hi there, it's Jen from ModernMedicineLady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the words of the day are red herring. So I've been talking about self-esteem in the last few days, and the other day I used the word critical as my word of the day. And the thing is that I had a realization a while ago about what happens when I'm being critical of myself. And what I realized was that when I'm being critical of myself, it's actually a red herring. It's actually never about what I'm telling myself. It's never that all of a sudden I am, fatter than I was the day before, or that suddenly I need to do this major overhaul and go get my hair cut or go on a crash diet or whatever else the negative self-talk is. And what I have found is that for me, whenever I have a critical, mean, nasty voice showing up in my mind and in my life, and particularly when I've got the itty bitty shitty committee just going after me and trying to pick me apart, ironically, it's always because I am stressed out. And it's almost like there is a part of me that is so stressed and wants to feel better, but doesn't know how to get my attention. And so it's kind of like a little kid that's having a temper tantrum and is just losing it. And by acting out, is hoping that I'll recognize that basically I need something to shift. And what I have found is that when the negative voices come up, it's almost always because I need to be taking better care of myself and that I need to be giving myself even more tender loving care and gentleness than maybe I am giving myself. And usually it's because I'm going through a period of change. I'm going through a period where I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, where I'm under more stress, where maybe I'm grieving or I'm scared or I'm just feeling a lot of intense feelings and trying to process stuff. Now, I've noticed that for myself, the way that the negative self-talk will show up and the red herring shows up is usually it will be about my body and it will be about my weight. Now, ironically, I could weigh 120 pounds or I could weigh 180 pounds and the voice would still be the same. All of a sudden, I wake up one morning, I look at myself in the mirror and I look different to myself than I usually do. And I'm like, oh my God, I look so fat. Like I said, the number doesn't matter. And over the years, I started to recognize that this was an interesting thing that really had nothing to do with my weight and everything to do with the fact that I was stressed out. Because I had been perfectly fine the day before, and a lot of times I'll be perfectly fine the next day, but one day I just wake up and that's the way that I let myself know that I'm having a hard time. And so what I have found is that instead of seeing the self-talk and the negativity as something that I need to improve about myself, I've actually come to understand that negative self-talk is a request for more love, that it is a request for more tenderness, that it is a request for more self-care, and it's usually coming up because I'm doing something scary, or I'm doing something, or I've overextended myself. Now, particularly when it comes to doing something scary, it makes total sense that I would be starting to pull the brakes and start telling myself that I need to go on a crash diet. Because what is more distracting than worrying about food? And by worrying about something like food, I don't have to do the next thing. Like I can kind of keep myself from focusing on what I really am here to do. And if the negative self-talk is really all about keeping me safe, then it's understandable that it's going to try to throw a wrench in the works by finding something to get me to focus on and get distracted by. But what I have found is that when I can acknowledge it for what it is, a part of me that wants more love, that is scared and needs to feel safer, then I can find a much healthier, much more effective way to address it without finding myself going down that rabbit hole of self-criticism and particularly crash dieting. So my question to you right now is, do you have red herrings? Do you have things that come up for you that are really not at all about what you think it is? Do you ever notice that when you're going through something, suddenly you'll pull this like, oh my God, I need to be addressing this, like maybe it's like, I have to go on a crash diet yesterday. And how do you recognize it? And do you recognize it quickly? And if you recognize it, when you recognize it, what do you do to take care of yourself and to sort of find the workaround so that it isn't derailing you, it isn't stopping you from doing what you're here to do? So I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this. So I'm pointing already. Please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I am wishing you peace, I am wishing you ease, and I am wishing you the ability to recognize a red herring for what it is. And in the meantime, I have the Holiday Help Guide, which is here to help you get over the last hump of this holiday. So please go to holidayhelpforempaths.com. You can go sign up, get your guide, and also get access to videos that will help you to just get to the other side of New Year's. So, like I said, holidayhelpforempaths.com. I'm really proud of this guide. I would love to share it with you. It is my holiday gift to you. So just go to holidayhelpforempaths.com and grab it. And until tomorrow, I'm wishing you peace.